Good morning, people. I hope everyone is doing well. Now, today we are just going to be talking about one of the most neglected, most ignored parts on a spoked wheel, which is, without saying, the spokes themselves. So, ideally, these should be checked before every ride to look for loose spokes and tighten appropriately. But a thorough maintenance should be done every 4 to 5,000 kilometers, depending on the kind of tarmac you are riding. If paved roads, yeah, maybe you can stretch it a bit further. But if you're doing too much of off-roading, going over pothole roads, just using the bike for the intended purpose, like off-roading and all, so it should be slightly early. Riding over bumps, you would hear that clicking kind of click kind of a noise, ticking kind of a noise coming from the front wheel. That means they are just too loose and need attention going over speed breakers or potholes. And the visual check as well, like if you just try and move this, so as you can maybe see, this is moving quite easily. I have, to be very honest, I've loosened them just for the video sake. So if you have missed wheel alignment and truing, basically it is called, just making sure that wheels are all aligned spoke wise, as well as in the straightness, sideways movements, upward, downward as well. So if you have missed that, please do take it to a professional wheel truing shop. If you're not aware of one, service centers will be able to guide you, and just don't neglect this. This is quite critical, to be honest, and should not be ignored. I hope that makes sense. Well, thank you. Okay, all of that being said, please don't tell me you thought that was gonna be the end of it. I am gonna be fixing this at home, just rudimentary setup, just the basic setup of how this can be done. So yeah, that would be the next part. So the front wheel has been lifted with the help of jack. This is free to rotate. Now again, just tied this pen kind of with tape, just to get the rough idea, and I'll just keep it very close to the tire. Hopefully I should be able to capture this as well, and I'll just get the rough idea where the wheel is. So as you can see, the distance is decreasing, pretty much the same. And again, yeah, as you can see, there are these this is the point where this tube has been all bent like this and then welded, so there is that mark, so we'll have to take that into account. So we are just going to leave that now, but once we get here, you can see the distance is increased a lot. So that's like 2-3 mm all the way from there till there, so till here. So I'll just use tape, this point one here, that this is where it is ending. Where was it kind of starting? This is where it was starting. So I'll just do another tape here. So this is the area, the rest of it is, yeah, this is out, and then it's pretty much aligned. To get a better angle, you see spokes coming from this side, and then you see spokes coming from that side. Now the idea is, like in this case, the wheel is out on this side. So what we need to do is, we need to bring the wheel in. It was showing too much of gap, almost through 2-3 mm. So we need to track these spokes only and tighten these ones, so that when they're tight, they'll bring the wheel slightly on this side. So turn by turn, we'll have to do quite a few iterations of that and make sure that the rest of the wheel is not getting misaligned. And of course, yeah, loosening the rest of the spokes a bit does help, so do take that into account as well. And in the same way, if it was that way, if it was too much in on this side and it had to be brought out, aligned, then we would be tightening this spoke. So this is the basic idea that we need to work on. So yeah, if you're doing that at home, just until you can get the bike to a proper truing professional, that can work. And the same way, we have to account for the gap in and out this way. So if it is too much out, like on one side and in on the other side, we would loosen the spokes on both the sides, and then we would start adjusting. So like say if this was too much out, we would tighten it slightly so that the gap can be reduced. But yeah, loosening the bit slightly on that side, on the other side, opposite side, will help. So these are the things, these are just the basic. There's a lot more to it. So let's continue. So to work on this, we'll be working on the spokes which are on this side. So we'll just track these one by one. So this is one, then you can see this one, then this two, then this three. So every alternative one. So we'll first be tightening these three, and we'll see if we can move it out. So of course for that you can use a spanner, spoke wrench, or even you can use an adjustable spanner. Both work fine. You just have to adjust it if you don't have access to a wrench spanner, or you can even use a 7 mm key. It's basically, the size is about 6.5, but this will kind of work as well. Yeah, that's working. So before we begin, I'll just slightly loosen all the spokes equally. So rotating it, putting it like this, and then moving towards you, we'll loosen this. So basically I have loosened the rest of them as well, slightly, just about half a turn each. But now I need to concentrate on this one so that I can pull it that way. So again, tracking it from the top. So basically this is coming here. So I'll tighten this one and leave this one because this is coming from this side. Basically you get the idea. Then again I'll leave this and this so that I can get this. So that's one turn. Then I'll leave this, then I'll do this again. Okay, slightly better than before, but yeah, still need to do a bit more of it. So again, yeah, during this process just try and make sure that the wheel is not moving rightwards or left, or I mean the handlebar itself, and the bottle is staying stationary as well. So again, starting from the top, this one, basically from where it is starting from there. So let's slightly do this one now, not complete, half turn, then moving here, half turn, moving here again. Okay, better than before. All good after this point, but again slightly out, just about slightly. So no problem, we can do the same again. You get the point. Let me tighten these now. Now let's look at it. And that's already seeming a lot better and equal on all the sides. So next thing is we'll remove these staves because we also have to tighten the rest of them. And for that we'll just get a rough idea by moving this sophisticated device of ours to this location, because now we are checking the distance upwards and downwards wise. So let's see. Now there might be some dings, so like I can see there is slight ding here, so that's okay. This is the only part that is a bit down. The rest of it is quite equal. Now the basic idea at this point is I should bring this up. Basically how your wheel might be misaligned is because the spokes have loosened overall. So that is what we have to take care of, that these are all aligned equidistantly from here to here. Same goes for every spoke. It should be almost equal so that this is in the center of the rim. The hub is in the center of the rim. If you tighten it too much on one side, ideally this is what it should look like. But if you tighten it too much, I hope you can see, if I tighten the spokes that are here more than they are, and these ones are loose, and I keep on tightening this, so it will bring the hub closer to that, and that would again, once you do the kind of make do testing like this, the wheel would show a larger gap on this side, and that would be because of that. So that is why we have to skip one, or skip, sorry, two, so that we are making sure that the pressure is being exerted properly in all the directions. So what that would mean is we will start from this point. We will tighten this one. We'll tighten this one slightly. Remember, half turn, then we'll leave two, 1, 2, then we will tighten this one. Then again we'll leave two, 1, 2, we'll tighten this one. We started from this one before, so this time we will start from this one. We will tighten this. Which one was it? Leave these. You get the point. I'll be fast forwarding through the rest of it, leaving these. So here we are, we have done this. We ended first time here, second time here. Now this one is remaining, but we'll get to this once we start from leaving first two. So 1, 2, and we'll start from this one. Again, I'll be fast forwarding, but you get the point. And again, ending here. Now at this point, before we again tighten this, we will check that the alignment is okay. And that is the point. If you just start tightening them one by one by one by one by one, then there's a chance that you'll end up misaligning it again. But if you do it properly, they should stay okay. So that's looking good. Now what about this side? That's seeming to be pretty decent. Final adjustments can be done at a later time as well. I mean, at the end of it as well, or right now would be a good time, just to make sure where this is seeming to be out. So this is good, this is good. This right after where it is welded and where there is a hump kind of because of the welding and improper finishing, I see that it is slightly out again where it was earlier, so I don't have to actually mark it this time around. I'll just tighten it as it is because now I know where it is. That's too tight. That's seeming to be okay. Now let me go through the final bit of again skipping two at a point, just to make sure that all of them are, some of them have started ringing. Yeah, spoke wrench, torque wrench would be a good idea here, just to get the exact torque. But basically you'll be able to make out the difference. This sound, this is sounding all right. If I try and tighten this, yeah, this is sounding all right. So this one is again loose, but yeah, we'll start again from this point, and again the same thing that we did. I'll do this, leave two, do this, leave two, then do this, and then again that whole circle. Not going to record it this time. Identify which ones to tighten more or less. As you can hear, that kind of ringing noise is missing, so you pretty much can identify that straight away. Once you start tightening it, you will see that okay, this is not making that clicky kind of a noise. So you can go a bit overboard and maybe take slightly till you start feeling that it is over tight. Then again leaving these two. Now at this kind of noise, you already know that you have tightened it too much. Just back off a bit. Again too tight, no reason to move ahead. Again too tight. Again too tight, clicking noise, move back. Again clicking noise, move back. Clicking noise. Yeah. So I hope you get the idea. That's how you get this puppy rolling. Thank you.